So, this will probably be my last video for a while. Um, I just woke up, which is why I'm looking like this. So, on Friday, I called my doctor and let them know that I was not okay. And they called out emergency services. And the police came, took me to their office, and sat there. We were waiting for a social worker to show up who couldn't be bothered because she was sitting in a pub eating a sandwich. And then some guy called me from mental health and wanted to talk to me on Saturday, which I did. And that whole thing was basically this, which is apartments, applications for income-based housing, which is hilarious because you have to have an income for those. And then front and back for jobs, which he just wrote down what they are and didn't write down phone numbers or websites, so I don't really know how to apply for them or what to do with that information besides Google it and hope for the best. And then this is from hospital last night. And it says, I don't even remember most of last night because they gave me Ativan, which I'm very much against. Because I was given Ativan before when I was in Florida, and they were giving me 90-day supplies at a time, and so I ended up with a drug problem because I just needed some kind of escape from everything. And so, you're already giving me the drugs, why not just turn to the drugs? So, what they said from last night is that I had abdominal pain, which I've been having for a while, which no one can figure out what it is. And then a panic attack, which I don't recall having a panic attack, but who knows. It says, all of your labs were very reassuring, and our CAT scan shows nothing acute, basically a normal CAT scan. Sometimes when you go through trauma, you need extra help, such as extra counseling sessions and possibly a long-acting anxiety medication, because mental stress can cause physical pain, even when there's nothing wrong. Follow up with your behavior to be evaluated for possibly long-acting anxiety medication, which is all of this stuff that was circled right here, in case anyone wants to pause it on playback because they don't believe me or whatever. So there's that. It says to follow up with your dentist, which I'm like, okay, but why? That makes no sense to me. So I'm not going to do that because I don't have a dentist and I don't need to follow up with my dentist. They want me to follow up with a behavioral health group that I don't even go to, and follow up with my doctor, which I tried, but don't have transportation because I can't put gas in my car because I don't have a job. So that's cool. So there's all of that, and that's from last night. And then this morning I woke up and was like, I don't know if it's just all of the meds from yesterday wearing off, or if I'm just really, really, really not okay. But I'm really, really, really not okay. And I genuinely don't know, and I'm not saying this to scare anybody or create a pity party or anything else that I've been accused of over the last few months. but I genuinely don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of today. Like, I really don't know. Like, I don't, like, usually when you wake up, even without realizing it, you kind of think, oh, okay, I have to do this today. Here's kind of a time frame of when I want to get things done and how I want to get things done, and oh, what am I gonna have for dinner, and stuff like that. I don't have that. I don't see myself having dinner. I don't see myself having lunch. It is, I guess my watch died. That's cool. It's like extra dead. It's not even wanting to pop up. It's currently 10:22 on November 4th, 5th. What is today? November 5th. So, right now, I have been up for an hour and a half. I have not taken my medicine because I've been on the phone trying to schedule with my doctor. And I can't see her today, which is fine. I understand people have things they need to do. But I've gotten to a point where I'm not eating. I'm sleeping way too much. And I don't mean I'm not eating as in like I'm eating less amounts of things. I mean I'm like straight up not eating. Like yesterday, I didn't have anything to eat at all. The most, I guess, nutrients I got was from an IV bag in the hospital, just trying to rehydrate me. I know that by not eating, it's not safe, it's not healthy. I just can't bring myself to eat, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. I know that by sleeping too much, and I don't mean just, 9 or 10 hours, I mean 14 to 16 hours. By sleeping too much, that's not helping. And I don't know how to pull myself out of it, and I'm getting scared because I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't think I've ever been this depressed before. Like, I've dealt with depression my whole life, but I don't think there's ever been a point where I've been this depressed to where I don't even know what the next 5 minutes of my life looks like. I can't tell you what I would be doing an hour from now. I don't even see myself being around an hour from now. And I don't like this feeling. I don't know how to get past it. And then I called my doctor this morning, and they said, okay, well, there's this transportation company that helps people who live in the valley get to their doctor's appointments. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then she's trying to give me the directions, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I don't understand, and I'm not understanding any of it. And then my mom came back in, and because I had to use her phone, and she came in and she talked to the lady and figured it out and whatever. And then my mom hangs up and she starts yelling at me, and she's like, this is stupid. We can't even do, like, I can't do what I need to for me and your dad, and I have to do this and this. Well, my mom was already going into town. She gave me this list that has all of her appointments on it and all of her times, and the ones that I can't schedule on are when my dad goes in for his appointments. She has all of these appointments that she's going into town for. And she's complaining she has to make an extra stop to pick up an application so that I can get to the doctor. And they take me to the doctor and they take me home. So she doesn't have to do anything except take me to go get the application, because I have to fill it out and I have to be the one to turn it in. And I hear her outside of my window yelling and saying how this is all bullshit, how she can't do for her and my dad, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm fucking sick. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I did not choose to be like this, and I don't know if anyone who would choose to be like this, because it hurts. It doesn't just hurt in your head, it hurts in your body, it hurts in your soul, it hurts every tiny bit of who you are as a person, because you can't fix it, and there's nothing that can fix it. And what gets me more than anything is that not only do I have all of this going on and I'm still getting hate comments on a video that was posted like 4 months ago, okay? People telling me on a daily basis that I'm stupid, that I'm jealous, that I'm an awful person, whatever, taking this dumbass video way out of context and acting like this is the most important thing in the world. That's fine. Whatever. People can have their opinions. I don't care at this point. It's not even relevant anymore. What gets me, though, is that people have this romanticized idea of what depression is, and that it's all self-deprecating memes and jokes and just this big thing to laugh at, like, haha, I have depression too. Does it look like this is funny? Does it look like this is enjoyable? Does it look like this is a meme or a joke or something for people to sit around and laugh at? Which I'm sure that at some point, some person is gonna find this and be like, oh my god, she had like a mental breakdown on YouTube. What a fucking loon. Like, what a joke. Like, okay, fine, I get it. But in the realities of what I'm going through, and the fact that I have been teetering between trying to be okay and put on a face and act like everything's perfect and suicide, but it's all just a joke to everybody. Depression's just a joke to everybody. And I cannot believe that's a world that we live in. Like, to where depression and people hurting and people desperately clinging to anything that they can do to get some kind of relief, anything at all, that's a joke to people, blows my mind. And it's ironic in a way, because everything started back in September when Cheryl was such a threat, that I had all these restraining orders against me and this and that, which none of it was true, just to get me out of the house, knowing that I already wasn't okay. Like, I left the house the night before so I could go get treatment because I was feeling like this. But that's, you know, fuck me for having problems, right? Like, I'm such an issue for everybody. And like, I bring that up to my mom all the time, and I'm like, if I'm such a problem, explain to me how not being here wouldn't fix things. Because it sounds like it would fix things. And she's like, you're not a burden, you're not a problem, but then when it comes down to it and I need to go pick up an application so I can get to the doctor, it's a problem. I don't understand. I don't get it. And I'm really, really struggling to get through each day, and it's getting harder and harder and harder, and I don't know what to do because nothing seems to be helping. The medications aren't helping, therapy's not helping, inpatient treatment didn't help, outpatient treatment's not helping. What do you do when nothing works? So I don't know. I wish I could come on here and tell you guys everything's perfect and happy and working out and whatever. That's not who I am. That's not this out into the world and make a further joke of myself. Because I know people are just going to sit there and laugh. And I know there's going to be so many people that sit there and say you should just kill yourself. And I know I should. Because at this point, it's just not worth it anymore. It's not worth it to sit here and struggle day in and day out. Be confined to this bed in an RV that's not even mine. With no job, no prospects of a job, no way to get out of this. And then people judging me for trying to get out of it. There is no way to make things better. Because I sit here and I try and then I get chastised for trying. And like I said, I know for a fact there's gonna be so many people who find this video in one way or another and they're gonna sit there and they're gonna say, that's what everyone just pushing for suicide for some reason. And maybe they're right. Because I don't see any way out. I don't know about you guys. I've been 100% honest with you guys about everything and what's going on. I don't see any way out. If anybody else does, let me know, because I don't know what else to do. I feel like all I've done over this last week is sleep and cry and make phone calls, desperately trying to find some way out, and I can't. And I hate this trapped and hopeless feeling that I have. Like, I went from working and making over $14 an hour and loving my job and loving the people that I worked with and doing everything I could to be amazing at my job so I could get promoted, to homeless and losing everything. And now it's been over a month that I've been out of work. Over a month that I've spent my days putting in applications anywhere I possibly could. Over a month that I've been desperately calling and waiting for callbacks and talking to managers and hoping something would come through. And I don't know what to do anymore. And I'm trying not to isolate myself, but I don't find that being on YouTube and opening myself up to people and having opinions and showing people what life is really like when you live with mental illness, I don't find that any of this is helpful. I feel like all it's done is open me up for harassment, open me up for people to come and hate and tell me that I'm stupid and tell me that I'm worthless and everything. because I made a video about some entitled brat whining about some entitled brat bullshit. So I get the brunt of it because I said something about it. I just can't live like this. I can't. I can't live unemployed and struggling to figure out how I'm gonna feed myself. Like, okay, yeah, just like I told the guy at mental health, like, food stamps are great if you have transportation to get to the store, if you have the means of cooking the food that you get, if you have ways of actually storing that food. My fridge does not work. I don't have clean running water in this trailer. I really don't have any way of heating food up. So a skillet that hot. And most of what I can get, what I can afford to get, and what I can eat is chips, because you don't have to store chips in a fridge because the fridge doesn't work. You don't have to put water in it to heat it up because I don't have water. I don't even have like proper bowls or spoons or anything like that. I have like plasticware that my mom gave me. It's like that flimsy stuff you get for picnics. I have fucking nothing. And I just cannot believe this level of desperation that I'm in. We live in such a developed country and everyone says, oh, the job market is great. Oh, everything's perfect. But it's like this. And I just don't understand. I even tried texting my therapist yesterday. She gave me her phone number, her work phone number, and said, if you need anything, call me, text me, whatever. And so I did. I texted her yesterday at like 10 in the morning. She never got back to me. She put all the information on this note. I'm supposed to go see her on the 7th. I probably won't go, because what's the point? Like, she said, if you need anything, reach out, and I did, and she ignored me. I'm not gonna go keep seeing her. She doesn't care. For her, it's probably just about that sweet, sweet Medicaid money. And she doesn't actually give a shit about anybody that she sees. And I'm not gonna keep wasting my time with shit like that. I'm not doing it. I just can't be bothered to sit there and spill all this out to people that I don't care. It's pointless. It's all fucking pointless. I don't know. I can't keep doing this. I can't. So I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. See if you can help each other, because there's nothing left for me. There's no help left for me. There's no advice left for me. There's nothing. Nothing can fix this. Nothing can make it better. Because trust me, I've tried. I've been trying for 10 years and everyone says it'll get better, but it doesn't. It really doesn't.